Trekkers and Trekkies. Today I've got a little review and sort of overview of a couple of more of the Innerspace uh, ships that came out back in the 90s. Today we are going to be looking at the Borg Cube and the Ferengi Marauder. Um, so, first thing is, I do not have the figures that go with these. I just recently got these from uh, Goodwill. I found a box of different a whole bunch of these. It was ones that I didn't have yet that I needed to finish off my collection of them. But unfortunately, well, they came with one figure. It was the Captain Picard figure, which, funny enough, both of these actually came with Captain Picard figures. This one came with a Picard and I think it was supposed to be Damon Bach, but it was really just sort of a generic Ferengi captain. And then this one was a Picard and a Borg. So let's take a look at them. So the Borg ship, it's obviously not a whole lot to look at. In fact, really, it's two of the sides are identical to each other's big plain flat sides. Then the other four sides are rectangles that are relatively identical to each other with this hinge on the side. And it opens like this. It's got this little fold down piece here. And the cool thing is, these actually do slide out. So you can kind of get a little bit of a diorama effect if you set this up on your shelf at that angle. But obviously, you've got three Borg alcoves, and then you've got the doodaddlies on the wall. I'm not entirely sure what those are supposed to be. But then the big feature is right here, the Borg bio bed. And here, I'm going to shut that side for now. And it has this arm. Hope that I got that on camera. This arm that pops out has a hinge that comes up and can kind of go over the head so that you put Picard down and it has this head thing working on him. It's kind of dark and creepy for a kid's toy. Granted, I think I was closer to about 14 or 15 when these came out. Still loved them. These were still cool as heck. Because this was right around the same time that Mighty Max. You remember Polly Pocket? I think had come out first. Which my sister had a ton of Polly Pocket stuff. And then they did Mighty Max shortly came out there which was, the little boy, and it came with they had the monster heads. You could pop them open and had little adventures in there. And then Star Wars got on the bandwagon real fast and started doing theirs. And I think then Star Trek was like, hey, we need to catch up. And so they started doing these. And so, yeah. So then we've got the Ferengi Marauder. I'm going to hold on to the Picard so you can see what it looks like to have him sitting in there. Now, the way that I like the way that this one actually closes up real good. Because it's put together real similar to the Romulan ship. Which, if you go back and watch my video on that, which has been about a year or so ago. But I have to just kind of get my nail in the back right there, and it pops open, and you've got the bridge of the Ferengi Marauder. You see, you get the view screen up there on the dome part of the bridge. You've got one of those little controller tables there in the middle with chairs on either side. And it has, and this is the thing, I'm going to have to get one of my little sticks. So you see these, there's like well, here, let's take the chairs out. Because this is, actually, there's a lot of weird details in here to show you. There's a door up here at the front that when you slide it that away, there's like weapons there. So it looks kind of like a computer like that. But then you push it that way and you see there's like little guns and stuff on the wall. So I guess that's a smuggling thing. And then there's this little door here that opens up and has a little computer, like, it's just computer doodads there. And then there's another one. This is the thing. I don't know how they expected kids to do this. And the fact that I've still got all these parts, that the only thing I'm missing is the figures, is actually kind of incredible. So let's. Well, dang it. My Picard just came apart at the hip. It's one thing a lot of people don't realize is that these little figures did actually bend at the hips. That was their only joint. And so there you can see him sitting in that chair. And then I put him in that chair. And there he is. So, that's the Ferengi Marauder. There's nothing else really special about this one. It just looks the part. So, that is the Borg Cube and Ferengi Marauder from the Innerspace series of figures. I hope you enjoyed this look at these, and you can leave a comment if you had one of these. Go back through and check out. I'm gonna have to put together a playlist of all of the Innerspace videos that I've done, because I'm almost finished. We're down to the last couple, and the only ones that I do not have, I've got it. I got is they for some reason did the Apollo, like the NASA space program Apollo ships. They had the lunar module and the rocket part. I can't remember what that's called at the moment. I know the term and I'm going blank. And they came with little astronaut figures. And I have the rocket part. I do not have the landing module. Is literally the only one of the Innerspace things that I do not have at this point. So I don't know. Maybe if I ever get it, I might do that one. But that is, it's the last of my worries, because it's like, it's not really Star Trek. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
If you enjoy my videos and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Also, you can support the show by signing up on Patreon, or head over to Zazzle to pick up prints of my artwork, prints on canvas, t-shirts, and other merch. You can find me on social media. For more information and updates on the channel, all info is below. If you didn't enjoy the video, why are you still here? Do you want a song? Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, them, 3 bags full. One for the master who can screw himself. You can listen to somebody else.